right, you guys, welcome back to the Fumble. Once again, I am Jackie Ray, joined by my friend, my longtime friend, Josh Rodriguez. You guys make sure you follow him on his social media, which is what again, Josh?
At Josh_Rodriguez_.
I love it when we have simple ones. You can follow me everywhere at Jackie Ray TV. I'm gonna get into this one. I'm kind of excited to talk about this one. So there's no love lost between me and Jeff Saturdays and Nick Foles, but nonetheless, I want y'all to take a look at this hit, specifically the aftermath of the hit, and chime in the comments and let me know what y'all think. So take a look.
Third down for here comes Thibodeeaux. Thibodeeaux with the sack. Back at the 41. The rookie out of Oregon with a big-time play. Oregon State, big-time play.
Okay, so Josh, the hit and the celebration. First thoughts.
All right, the hit's fine. The hit's cool. I mean, it's the NFL. Things happen. People get hurt. It's clean hit. It's whatever. But the celebration, listen, if you're going to do Snow Angels, right, you get 3 to 4 cycles of this. 3 to 4 at most.
Right.
I counted. Kayvon did 10.
Damn, you counted?
Do you know how long you got to be doing Snow Angels to do 10 cycles of a Snow Angel? That is a long time.
It's
like
long
unnecessarily
time.
long. Like, come on. Like, it's funny at first.
Yeah.
When you hit 5, it's like, all right, it's a little long. When you hit 7, it's like, okay, bro, we get it. And then 10, it's like, this is excessive. And then it's obvious to the viewer. It's obvious to the viewer that Foles is in pain on the ground, just moaning in pain, and his season's over. And
right.
Kayvon's it's just seeing the juxtaposition is just hilarious. It was excessive. The celebration was absolutely excessive. It wouldn't have looked that bad though if he wasn't hurt.
Agreed. And you know what? It wouldn't have looked that bad if he did like the 2 cycles and then happened to look and saw he was hurt and then got up immediately and showed some sportsmanship, because you really can't see a lot in those helmets. So I'm going to give him that pass. But he was just going to town. And I know he saw, like, I will give him a pass. He said he didn't see Nick. I will agree with him on that. But I know you saw everybody running. What do you think they was running for?
Right. You had to know something was up. And he had teammates standing there too. I wonder if his teammates said, yo, bro, get up. Get up. I would have been like, yo, get up. Get up. What are you doing? What is wrong with you? He's hurt. Get up.
But the inconsistency of these refs, like we've seen very basic celebrations that are called taunting. Bruh, you was down there 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Like, what are you doing? How is that not taunting?
It had to be. Yeah, it was way too excessive. It was uncomfortably excessive.
It was. And for the ref to kind of look down at him like, oh, cool, Snow Angels. Oh, Nick is hurt. Hey, y'all want to come see him? And like not throw a flag? I was like, okay, this is crazy. Nonetheless, it was a lot. I think we agree that it was a lot. And Jeff Saturday had this to say about the excessive celebration.
Yeah, tasteless from the celebration afterwards, just, trash. Not a fan of it at all.
I don't like the man. I think he's unqualified. I don't think he deserved this job. And I think that the fact that he has this job is a slap in the face to people who have worked really, really hard to be in that position. So, right or not, he can kick rocks for me. But this is that was probably a lot, but he can. And then Kayvon Thibodeeaux came back and said this.
That's what I'm saying. Who's the gatekeeper of when to do something? So once we figure out who the gatekeeper is, then we can write the rules and then we can establish, the narratives and things like that. But until, you guys actually are in the sport and do it and be in that moment, you can't create a narrative on it,
Well, we're not creating a narrative on it. The other team's coach had a problem with it. He's the guy who played the game. The other team's players had a problem with it.
No, I just don't know who, like anybody who commented on it, unless I know who they are, doesn't really affect me. That's it.
You've said before you didn't know Foles was down.
Yeah, I don't want to get asked if I knew again because I said I didn't know.
Josh, Kayvon's response.
Listen, Kayvon, all you had to say was, yo, I didn't know he was hurt. I didn't know. That's all you had to say. That's it. None of this, I don't know who Jeff Saturday is. First of all, Jeff Saturday is one of the best offensive linemen of all time. You don't know who he is. You haven't been watching football. So you sound like you don't know anything about the sport that you've been playing. But just, that's all he had to say was like, yo, I didn't know he's hurt. My bad. That's it. That's all you needed to do. I actually agree with Jeff Saturday, what he said, because you're spending up for your team. I mean, sometimes like you might say things that might be a little excessive because like you're the head coach and whatnot. But I appreciate when coaches do that. So I have no problem with Jeff Saturday said. But Kayvon, man, like you took 2 L's, man. Just it's okay. You celebrated a little bit too much. It got out of hand. Just take the L. Say, you know what? I was wrong. My bad. I didn't know he was hurt though. So at least cut me some slack, and people will be cutting you some slack.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with what Jeff Saturday said. I just have a problem with Jeff Saturday. 2 different things.
Yeah,
but yeah, I agree with you. And the fact that Kayvon like really low key was getting angry.
Yeah.
Like,
what are you mad at? You
like,
just ended this man's season. He's gonna have to rehab all summer, and you next to him doing snow angels.
Like, don't have me out here on team Nick Foles. Like, you wrong for that.
Right. Seriously.
I don't like you for that. You wrong for that. But we just had to get some fun in because it was going to be a very somber, day. And this is our first day back from break. We haven't been here since before Christmas. Quick question before we leave. What do you expect to see from Buffalo as they take to the field on Sunday?
Man, I don't know. I think that's going to be really tough, especially for the players on the defensive side of the ball for Buffalo who saw it happen in front of them. I mean, that's traumatizing. So, first drive, second drive of the game, if you're a Jordan Poyer, like, are you going to go lay someone out if, you're coming up to make a tackle? I don't know. Like, how do you compartmentalize that and go forward? So it wouldn't surprise me if Buffalo struggles, if they come out flat, but it also wouldn't surprise me if they come out on fire and inspired to play for him as well. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be very interesting to see, but I think you're going to see that throughout the league. I think this is going to mess with a lot of players' heads, especially defensive players who are like, man, I can die. I can die today. This could be my last time taking the field. So
yeah,
I don't know what to expect.
I don't either. And I have a friend who played sports for a long time, got some ACL injuries. And he always says that the second you say to yourself, I don't know if this is worth it, you should retire. Do you agree with that sentiment?
I do, especially if you're playing a sport like football. Because that's how you get hurt, really, is when you're unsure of yourself and you start putting yourselves in positions that you normally don't put yourself in. And then it's just not, it doesn't become worth it. If you don't love what you're doing, I think in anything, I think you should walk away.